Hello, YouTube. How are you? Welcome to pregnancy week 17. I'm actually 17 weeks and 5 days today, so I'm a little late. I apologize, but again, I'm trying to squeeze in these updates when I can because my schedule's just a tad bit busy right now. So, baby is the size of a turnip, about 5.5 inches long now, from crown to rump. That's not even adding like feet. And it's funny because baby is so active, and I'm so excited because last night was actually the first night that I was awakened in the middle of the night quite a few times by movement, and kicks, good kicks. We're soccer people, so in the soccer world, the kicks that I was feeling last night were more like midfield line, straight up, top right corner, under the crossbar, goal kind of soccer kicks. I mean, they were really strong, and I really wish I had videoed when my son was feeling the baby kick last night because it was so cute. The baby kicked him really good, a real good hard kick, and my son was like, "Oh, it's like he's pushing," and I laughed, and it was really cute. And so, I don't know. My kids are very adamant that this baby is a boy, and they keep calling it a he, and I just laugh. I know they're so anxious to find out, and I can't wait to tell them either they're right or they're wrong. So, I got my baby bedding in this week, and I can't wait to show you, but I can't show you without giving away the gender, so you have to wait on that. I apologize. And I can't show you any of my baby buys either because they're all gender specific. Except I do have 3 yellow outfits that I bought that are really, really cute, that I found. And I'm actually starting to feel more comfortable with knowing the sex of the baby, only because I was having a really hard time finding gender-neutral anything. I mean, they don't even have gender-neutral socks. I mean, they have white, but good luck finding white. And it's very frustrating. So I'm actually pretty excited about that, and I'm more and more okay with it. But maybe it's also, too, because I'm gaining some control. And by control, I mean we're back on board for the home birth. I'm so excited about that. I actually have a meeting with my hospital midwife today. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to ask her if she'll remain like a backup for me in case of a hospital transfer. But I'm back on board. I talked to my home birth midwife, and we talked about my bleeding, and I talked to her about my fears, and some of my fears with the home birth are, I'm scared of, developing preeclampsia at, 38 weeks, and then having to go into the hospital. It's just, and she said that preeclampsia tends to be not a, 4th pregnancy thing, more or less. It's a first-time mom thing or change of partner thing, which was actually interesting. If, sometimes women could have 3 kids by one husband and then get remarried and have another kid and have preeclampsia. It's something about the sperm changing. Weird, but I'll take it. Whatever. It made me feel a lot better that I can have my home birth. And, it's less risk. And we talked about the bleeding, and because it is cervical, she doesn't feel like it's an issue because the subchorionic hemorrhage is gone. And what else did she say? I talked to her for a really long time on the phone, and I actually also talked to my doula. I had been getting a reference of a local doula that everybody who seems to know her seems to love, and I called her, and I think I love her already. And she's a Christian woman, which I really love because I really want, a Christian doula because she understands our faith. And if I start praying halfway through my labor for mercy or strength or whatever, she doesn't look at me like I'm weird or whatever, So I'm really, really excited about that. I love her, but we have an actual meeting with her tomorrow night. She's meeting with my husband and myself, and she said we'll meet a few times prior to the birth, just to kind of get to know me and get to know our family. So we have a really good working relationship. And then she'll handle a lot of my postpartum care in between, your first and 6 weeks. But the funny thing is she has 4 kids of her own, and she delivered all 4 of her babies at home too. And we had a lot more in common than I realized. The midwife that I picked, which seems to be the only midwife where I live that does home birth in my area, delivered her last baby for her. And the one I'd picked before that ended up being not an okay midwife. She doesn't have a license anymore either. She actually had her for her third birth. And she said that, she actually said, oh yeah, no, it was bad, it was a bad situation. And, so hopefully this is all going to work out because I really want my home birth. And I think what really changed my mind is I found out that the hospital I'm delivering at, granted they've embraced midwifery, but they still have their hospital rules. And in the postpartum wing, once you have the baby, granted I know I would only be there 24 hours, but usually when you have a baby, the first 24 hours, everybody comes. So I don't want to have to tell anybody they can't. And they have 4 passes. 1 goes to the birth dad. So we have, or, baby daddy, whatever. We have 3 passes. 3. That's it. Nobody can come into the room until they have a pass. So if I have 3 people in my room and people in the waiting room, they can't come into my room until those 3 people come out. Well, guess what else I have? 3 kids. So that means my birth photographer can't be in the room when my kids come in to hold their new sibling because she won't have a pass. So I'm not okay with that. Really? 3 people in your room. I have 3 kids. And I'm not one of these people that after they have a baby are all like, I don't want to see anyone. I get my feelings hurt really, really bad if you don't come to the hospital to see me. It's just how I am because I'm excited. And especially with this baby, I wake up every day going, okay, any day now I'm going to wake up from this dream. I'm not going to be pregnant anymore. And I don't. I keep waking up pregnant. So I'm really excited. But really that's it. I haven't had any, acid reflux joined the pregnancy parade. I actually ate a French bread pizza the other night and it tore me up. I kept telling my husband, I was like, I'm scared to burp because I feel like I'm going to throw up. I had terrible acid reflux. Still having a little bit of back pain. And I'm going to check with my midwife today, and I'll definitely have to let you know. But, I know that the baby's only okay, let's just give it a fair game and say that there's 7 inches when it stretches all the way out because it's 2 inches of leg. Which I think would look a little weird with 2 inches of leg on a 5-inch body. But, so it's probably a little bit longer than that. I'm wondering if the baby's in my ribs yet, because I've been getting really bad rib pain on my right side that feels a lot like when my other babies would get in my ribs. So, but I don't know, maybe it's just kind of stretching, I'm not sure, it's like a pressure, it hurts. And last night when I was sleeping, I had a lot of, top movement. There was a lot up here movement. So, I know that maybe not, I don't know. This angle is really weird. It makes my boobs look huge, and I feel like I'm in a Beetlejuice movie with a shrunken head. Sorry, so I'm going to try to hold it up like this. There, it's a little bit better. So, my boobs really are getting a lot bigger, so that's a plus, because I don't have any when I'm not pregnant. But I think that's it. 17.5, and all of my symptoms. Oh, let me just go ahead and tell you this. Whoever said throwing up is a first trimester thing apparently never experienced it outside of the first trimester. I am still throwing up. It was getting better, and I thought it was finally weeding out, and it was just a couple times a week, but then this week it's been almost every morning. And I've also reached the point of pregnancy, which I actually reached on Easter weekend, was the first time I had it happen. I should have said this in my other video. It's dangerous for me to cough or sneeze. I pee myself. So, one of 2 things happens when I cough. I throw up or I pee myself. But usually if I throw up, I also pee myself. So, I feel like a toddler. I think I'm going to buy myself some Depends. There is a lot of traffic on my road today. Odd. But, welcome to spring and pregnancy, and I'm excited still, and I'm so in love with my baby, and I can't wait to meet him or her, and I can't wait to start working on the nursery because we did get the flooring. We found it on clearance at Lowe's for $40 flooring. We found on clearance for $19. So, good super steal. And I'll let you know how everything goes with the midwife and the doula. So, let me go ahead and try to show you my belly really quickly. Sorry. Ooh, it takes me a minute to get up these days. Hey, don't mind my pillowcases back here. I was doing laundry. Okay, so I think I hit like that stall period. So here's my belly with my shirt on. And then, ooh, look at this big old pregnancy pants. I went shopping for maternity clothes, and I love these pants. They're my favorite capris. And then, here we go. Shirt off. You see this thing? For 17 weeks? Isn't this crazy? I don't know. I just feel like, but I don't feel like I'm really getting any bigger. So, I don't think I'm any bigger than I was last week. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I think like my circumference is 36 inches, so haven't really gained much weight either. I'll find out actually today if I've gained any at all. But, you know, I lost 15 pounds in the first trimester from all my throwing up. So, but there you go. There you have it. There's my belly. And I'll see you in pregnancy week 18. Bye.